Well, guys, super excited. We're here for another episode of Eat Healthy Morgantown. I'm with two of my friends here, Bob Perner, Jason Nedrow of Beehive Cafe, and we really want to show you this hidden secret, or this little hidden jewel that we have here in Morgantown. So, guys, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey,
Well, John, thanks for coming on.
You betcha. So, tell me a little bit about the mission behind Beehive, first of all.
Well, here at Pace Enterprises, and the Beehive Cafe is part of Pace Enterprises, our goal is to provide employment for adults with disabilities in the greater Morgantown area. And one of the ways we do that is through the Beehive Cafe.
Okay, excellent.
And we serve the public here at Milan Park.
And how long has the Beehive been in operation?
We opened our doors in the spring of 2010.
2010. Yeah, so we're going 6 years strong
Yeah.
now. That's awesome. And Jason, tell us a little bit about you. How did you get involved in the food industry, and how are you here now at Beehive? And
Yeah, I've been here for about 2.5 years now, and I've just been in different places. Started at Boston Beanery many years ago, got a lot of my work experience from there, and worked my way up and started managing, and then they brought me along here. And
When Jason came on board, one of the things that was really attractive about his skill set was his commitment to healthy food and healthy cooking and
Yes.
innovative techniques. It's not just drop something in the fryer and hope for the best.
excellent. And you can see that in the menu, and that's one of the reasons we really wanted to feature Beehive. Like your salad choices, for instance, where you can add a nice source of protein onto the salad, and also your wraps. You know, you've got some very good wraps. And so I know, of course, you could come in for a casual breakfast or lunch, but also you guys host groups here sometimes too. I know I attend a group on Mondays.
Right. We host groups here in the Beehive, and then we also have a conference room down the hall that will hold up to about 30 people. And we have groups that come in, and they'll come in for a lunch meeting, buy lunch from the Beehive, and
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, we'll set up sandwich tray platters and cookie platters, and have a whole spread for them, and make it easy for their meetings if they want. Yes, definitely.
Very nice. Well, that, I mean, such an added bonus, especially for a group 25, 30 large, and you guys can handle that no problem.
Yep.
You know, one of the other unique things that you guys do here at the Beehive, which I think is awesome, is you have a box lunch menu. So you can do box lunches if a person wants to have a meeting in their own location.
right. We sell probably 500 box lunches a week. We do a lot of box lunch business. We support meetings all over Morgantown. We're very proud of the fact that last year and the year before, we were invited to serve lunch to the West Virginia legislature one day.
Awesome.
So we prepared meals in Morgantown and trucked them to Charleston, and at 11 o'clock when the legislature adjourned for the day, we had their lunch ready for them.
How many did you guys feed that day?
We did 280 lunches that day.
Wow, that's incredible.
So those are the kinds of things that we have the capability to do. And you know, and the anchor of our menus are our deli sandwiches, which is different than a lot of small sandwich shops really focus on fried stuff.
Sure.
Our sandwiches all use fresh deli meats. So turkey sandwich, a ham sandwich. I mean, our turkey sandwich features a pesto sauce that we make in house. So it's
Very
all
nice.
you know. Apart from the bread, it's a very healthy alternative because it's lean turkey,
Sure.
Gouda cheese, and a house-made pesto. That is it's a really filling and tasty sandwich.
Excellent. If I had to ask you, what is the one thing you would like people in Morgantown to know? First of all, where you're at. Maybe you could tell us here. We're up at Milan Park, right?
Right. We're in the second building on the right. As after you pull into Milan Park, we're actually inside the Pace Enterprises building. But the restaurant has its own sign, and it has its own door. So you when you pull up, you'll see the sign that says cafe, and pull in.
Excellent. What is the easiest way for people to contact you? Let's say that they're wanting to cater a meeting or a party in their office. What's the best way for them to get in contact with you, Jason?
Well, you can get a hold of us at 304-983-2665,
Okay.
or you can get on our website, which is boxlunch.com.
Box lunch. Now, if a person does that, they could, I assume, come up and pick it up. But you guys also have delivery service. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the real pluses is that we deliver all over Greater Morgantown. So for somebody that's having a training event or having a corporate meeting, you don't have to have people run out, jump in their cars, go someplace else and have lunch, and you control time because our box lunches have are still fresh for several hours. There's a 2 or 3 hour window.
Very nice.
So if we deliver at 11, that doesn't mean you have to break your meeting and say, oh, caterer's here.
Yeah.
We'll drop it off at 11. You break for the meeting when it suits your curriculum or
Very
your
nice.
agenda.
You know, I have to ask, this is about Eat Healthy Morgantown, but we always teach a 90-10 rule. So 90% of the time do the things you're supposed to, and that 10% enjoy those cookies or enjoy, whatever that food is that really excites you. And you guys mentioned something about cookies. Now I know at holiday time, you guys even have like cookie trays.
We do cookie trays. We do cookie trays. And in every box lunch that we send out, we do a great chocolate chip cookie. And we really pride ourselves on the fact that our cookies, we bake them fresh every couple of days. In fact, if you're in here on a Friday and the timing is right, whatever cookies because they can't keep over the weekend, it's free Cookie Friday at about 1
There you
o'clock
go.
on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
But when they're gone, they're gone.
So make sure you schedule that lunch around 12:30, and then you can hit free Cookie Friday.
There are a couple people who shall go nameless for the context of this, but who managed to show up in my office on Friday afternoon at about 1 o'clock looking for a free cookie.
Cookie time,
Yeah.
cookie time. I love
Yeah,
it.
we usually have some leftovers.
That's
Yep.
awesome. That's really pretty cool.
Well, I think one of the most important things is the people that we employ are people with disabilities who, without the Beehive Cafe, would be sitting at home watching television. So it gives them an opportunity to engage in the community in a meaningful way, to prepare lunches for people, and sometimes when I go back into the kitchen and I see the pride, especially after a big push, when these guys have really had the pedal to the metal for 4 or 5 hours, and and the pride of those people that, hey, we survived that lunch rush. There's a spot where, and without the Beehive Cafe, they would not have that reality.
Yeah. The other thing I would like to point out, Bob, in eating lunch here and stuff, is you're always greeted with a smiling face. That's one thing about your staff. I really have to commend you on that. They're not only are they helpful, but they're very pleasant. when
Yeah.
they come
Well,
in.
and
It's always
some
been-
of that, regardless of your level of ability or disability, you can still be a kind person.
That's exactly
Okay.
correct.
Kindness doesn't know disability.
There you go. That's a great way to put it. You mentioned something, and I know this is about Eat Healthy Morgantown, but I do want to highlight this is one division of PACE, and PACE does so many things in providing good jobs for people with disability, from their shredding program, from lawn care. Just touch on that for me,
Okay.
if you will.
We provide good jobs to about 175 workers with disabilities, and we support them with a staff of about 50. So about 225 workers with disabilities in the various lines of business, like you said, the cafe, shredding, electronics, recycling, janitorial, grounds. So we go across the spectrum in terms of being a major employer in Morgantown. The university took a look at us last year. Some business students, some MBA students came over and did an analysis. Our impact on the Morgantown community is $8.2 million a year.
Incredible.
That's what we put back into the community, is 8.2 million.
Absolutely incredible. And so again, not only a good service that we're providing here, but what a great service for our economy and our community. And
That's right.
that's the thing that's really neat about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows you that you can do a good service in the community. You can do it in a way that makes sense financially, and you can keep people employed. And one of the things we count on is our community to support us. We don't ask you to buy a lunch if we don't do a good job.
Right.
We do ask you to come once and try it.
Yeah.
If you come once and you try it, you'll be back.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah.
And that's a great
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So I really encourage all of you to drop up here at Pace Enterprises, Milan Park area, and check out the Beehive Cafe, because you won't be disappointed. And I think you're going to see that their options not only are healthy, there's some very healthy choices on the menu, but you're going to get a good quality meal with great customer service. And I think you should really check that out. So, gentlemen, I really appreciate the time.
John,
thanks
we appreciate
for
you.
having me again. And I hope to see
All right.
Beehive
Thank you,
continue
my
to grow.
friend.
Thanks. You betcha.